Ducci, and you are watching Govs Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple minutes, this is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent.
America's turning 250, and it's time to rock out with our forefathers. American-made, battle-ready style for true patriots. Whether you're marching in the parade, grilling in the backyard, or raising a toast to liberty, do it in the gear that screams freedom. Celebrate 250 years of USA in style. Wear your American pride loud. Trendjackers.etsy.com. Grab yours before the fireworks.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, first president of the United States, #1 on the dollar bill, and the guy who brought the revolution home to us 250 years ago. And now I'm doing something else again for the first time ever. I'm going to be the first founding father to perform stand-up comedy. That's right, at Govs. So go to govs.com, govs.com. Get your tickets now if you want to see me perform live. It's going to be fantastic. Martha thinks I'm crazy. John Adams thinks he's funnier than me. He's not. And Ben Franklin owes me a ton of money on the bar tab, so I'm going to cash in on that as well. It's going to be a great night. Trust me, I cannot tell a lie. This is going to be revolutionary. We got a great lineup of comedians all the way from Staten Island, from Long Island, and even from Washington, D.C. That's right. This is going to be a night to remember, so everybody come on out and check it out. My first stand-up show ever. It's going to be awesome.
Tony, welcome to Go.
Hey, Joe, how are you?
I gotta pat you down though, pal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Got anything on you? Anything I should know?
I got nothing.
Anything weird going on? What? Alright, you go in, Tony. Good.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Tom Kelly of The Tom Kelly Show. Yes, this is not the only time I've gotten on my knees in the back room of a comedy club.
Knock 'em Dead Comedy Radio Show is also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. Give Two Eagles Auto Body a call and please ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. That's 516-328-2527.
Hey, how do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony on the Knock 'em Dead radio show. They're gonna keep knocking 'em dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie.
Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, that Knock 'em Dead Comedy Radio.
I just want to say thanks for making my millennium. Oh my gosh. Well, it's a love fest.
Yeah, you heard that story.
Yeah.
So I guess should I tell it again?
Oh yeah, if you want. I mean, yeah.
You know, you guys are into comedy. Does it really help when somebody gives the punchline?
Remember, because what you hears today, you got to tell the birthed tomorrow. I'm looking behind us now, across the count of time, down the long hall, into history back. I sees the end, what with the start. And somebody did come.
Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday. We got Tuesday trivia coming at you in a few minutes. Welcome, everybody, to the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Show here on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast, the Facebook channel, the YouTube channel, whichever channel you're watching from. We appreciate it. We ask that you just share the link to all your socials. Tell everybody you know about all the great shows here on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. Let me fix these cameras. We got a great show for you today. Once again, Tuesday trivia, the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Show. We're coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club. And speaking of legends, we've got one with us today, ladies and gentlemen. Paul Esposito is here.
I was looking for a legend. I didn't see one. But thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Of course. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Diane, unfortunately, couldn't be here today. She had to cancel. She actually has a funeral to go to. So our condolences to Diane and whatever's going on in her world. And I just figured, what other pretty woman can I get on the show? So I figured I'd ask Paul. So there he is.
Yeah, you struck out there.
Apparently it's Black Shirt Tuesday.
It is, but you know, I had to wear my band promo shirt.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to be on a public.
Is there anything coming up?
Yeah, we got some gigs coming up. I mean, it's not like the summer, but you know, there's gigs. What do we got? We got November 1st at EGP Land and Sea, which is in Island Park. We played there over the summer.
Okay.
December 27th, holiday season, at Restigio's restaurant in Patchogue. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I think I've been there,
And then two more at that same EGP venue, January 23rd, which is a Friday, and April 18th. So they kind of like us.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, so we're filling up the winter and maybe a little bit of the spring. But great summer, a lot of good gigs.
Yeah, I remember when you were here, I think in the spring, and you rattled off a whole bunch of stuff for the summer.
I mean, and knock on wood, I mean, it's over now, but only one got canceled weather-wise.
Okay.
So we had a great summer, a lot of good gigs, and we're looking forward to adding some new tunes and playing into 2026.
All right, I'm already getting the complaints. This sucks. No, Diane. All right, calm down. Calm down. She had a funeral to go to. What am I supposed to do? And no, well, I mean, yeah, we love when Diane's here. We love Diane, but it's not going to suck. We're still going to have a good show. We got lots to talk about. We got Tuesday trivia.
Less to look at, but...
Well, right. I understand that. Trust me, I understand. Nobody looks forward to Diane sitting in here more than me. But just take it easy. And, of course, I forgot to mention, if you're watching on Facebook and you want to stay there, that's great. We appreciate it. But if you want to comment, like these sore people here are today, and you want to play Tuesday Trivia, head on over to the YouTube feed because that is where we monitor the comments. So there you go. Diane did say if she gets out of the funeral early enough, she will try and get here. It's a funeral.
Say quick prayers, hustle out of the
quick hug
cemetery.
And run out.
Yeah.
I hope. Yeah. I hope for her sake she's not rushing around.
No, all kidding aside.
Yeah. Vicky says hi. Did you and Vicky graduate together?
86.
Right? Yep.
Vicky Remical Grimm.
Mm-hmm. Fremder says good morning. Ann is watching California. John's complaining. Yeah, okay. All right. First thing I'd like to discuss with you, since you are the singer of Jackie and the Rippers, and
one of them, Jackie, of course, is a singer too.
Right, and you're the Ripper. As a singer, so the other day, we were just before we went on the air, we were talking a little bit of football.
Okay.
The NFL kicked off early this morning in Dublin, Ireland. Minnesota Vikings and your Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's right. On Sunday. Yeah.
Sorry, did I say this morning?
You did, but
yeah.
Maybe you're reading.
I think I'm reading an old article, yeah. So they were playing in Croke Park. But before the kickoff, they were welcomed to the Emerald Isle with a memorable performance of the national anthem. Robert Mizzell, Mizzell, was a logical choice for the honors, once voted Ireland's favorite country music singer. He's a native of Louisiana, but then he served in the U.S. Army, but he's been living in Ireland for decades. Okay, now, so the point I'm trying to make. So he came out to sing the national anthem. Apparently, he's getting a lot of attention because he's singing. He's about to sing. He takes his hat off, and he's like a cowboy hat, and he's just standing there. He's holding the hat in front of him. Inside the hat were the words.
Ooh.
So, and several times as he's singing the national anthem, he had to look down and look at the words.
Gotcha.
As a singer, what are your thoughts? Is that a no-no, or is that okay, or is it different because it's a national anthem?
Okay, so while I admit I'd never seen it for the anthem, we know you're a Billy Joel fan. Billy Joel's got a teleprompter. Bruce got a teleprompter. Ozzy, all the famous guys. So, and I used to always say, well, why do you have a teleprompter for songs you wrote yourself? But I mean, do you remember every single comedy bit you wrote by
I do not.
memory? No. And so I myself, I have an iPad when I sing. Jackie has a phone because she doesn't need reading glasses, so she's got a much smaller font. But it's more like a comfort thing. And I just saw Billy Joel say that recently. Billy Joel, it was an old clip, and he met Bob Dylan, and then Bob, how do you remember all the words? He's like, oh, I got a book or whatever. He's like, do you ever look in the book? He's like, no, not really. I just keep it there as a comfort thing.
Right.
And then Billy Joel started doing the same. So for me, it's the same thing. Like, so you could easily get distracted. You're singing, you know the song, you could sing the song a million times, but you see Tony walk around the crowd, you make an eye contact, and you're still singing the song, and now you lose your train of thought. So I have it there as more like, a backup, but also I feel that as the singer, most people, if they're going to know something, if they're not a musician, they're going to know the words and how the song goes. So if you screw up, they're more likely to notice that than if the bass player hits a button.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
So I always have it as a backup. And so that's how I feel. But for National Anthem, I've never seen it. But again, you're on a big stage, you're on TV, you don't want to screw it up.
Right.
So I could see it happening.
That's kind of my thought. I'd rather see somebody holding the words than not hold the words and screw it up.
I even saw George Carlin once towards the end of his career where he said he was trying out new material. We were at Westbury, and he literally was reading it off of notes.
Oh, sure.
So, I mean, if he could do that in a paid event, I guess this guy could do it.
Yeah, true. I mean, he wasn't, Enrico Palazzo.
No.
But then again, who is? Good morning, Carol. Carol's watching. Let me go back here and check comments. John Rusiello, I thought by now you would have called with thoughts on this topic, because I have a feeling it seems like some people are giving this guy some slack for for holding the words. I don't know. Like I said, I think I'd rather see that than screw it up. Fremder, I'll take Puss on My Face for $6,900. What the? Donald Melchioni. Hey, Paul, great band.
He's the guitar player in Jackie and the Ripper.
Very nice.
Yeah, I gave them a little tip off that the last minute I would be on here, and they check it out.
Kara Miner's watching. Says, yeah, Paul graduated with her brother Adam, but she doesn't claim Adam anymore. Okay.
What's the last name?
Ruben.
Oh, yes, I did.
Yep. Everybody saying good morning to Carol. Say, can you see the words on this paper?
That's good.
Okay, yep. Well, don't encourage him because he'll just get worse as the show goes on. So, yeah, all right. So I was just curious.
Yeah, but if you want to see a good national anthem, also Steeler-related, I think the week before, Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden.
Oh, really? I've heard him do it before.
He sang it at the Steeler game. Pretty good.
He is very... Whether you're a fan of that heavy metal music or not, that guy's got a great freaking voice.
And he did it, he's almost like an operatic kind of metal singer, so it was really good.
Run to the hills. It doesn't sound anything like that.
It could.
No, that was, no. Speaking of music, I saw late last night, today at Looney Tunes.
Oh, yes.
You
I
saw
too.
this? Yeah. So Looney Tunes, for those of you who don't know, Looney Tunes is a popular, I was going to say record store here on Long Island, but I don't know.
They have a ton of vinyls.
Yeah, they do have vinyl. Yeah, CDs and all that stuff. And they have, sometimes they get people to do like in-store appearances.
Correct.
And a band might play or do autographs. But this might be probably the biggest person they've had
agree.
there. But I don't care about it. I will say that. I'm not a fan. Mariah Carey is showing up there today to do a signing. But it was funny because I saw on the ad, Mariah Carey's no photos. Yep.
Yeah, so
like,
that's an interesting thing. But
excuse me, Mariah Carey.
Well, listen, my girlfriend Linda's a fan, and she says that Mariah Carey has a really big, believe it or not, like stage fright kind of thing.
I thought you were going to say something else.
Well,
really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So, I mean, now this is, live in person, people right up next to you, so maybe that's part of it. I don't know.
I mean,
or as a woman, maybe you like, if it's a bad picture and it shows up on the internet, I don't want that. So
I suppose. I don't know. She just strikes me as one of those out-of-touch celebrities, divas that, have no clue what it's, I don't know. That's just my opinion. I'm not a fan. But
I thought you were going to go when you started with the whole national anthem thing. I think you would bring up Bad Bunny.
We spent a lot of time on Bad Bunny yesterday. I don't know. John Rusciello from Florida, he called in and he's mad about it. Now he's going to be 72 in a few weeks. Mm-hmm. We're in our upper 50s. Like, we're not. Or are we the target audience?
Yeah, that's kind of what they're saying, that we're not. And apparently, I know the name. I have friends and family that like this guy. He's internationally known, lots of sales, whatever.
Yeah.
Little side note, I don't know if you mentioned this, but he apparently had made a big statement. He was not going to be playing any shows in the U.S. due to the whole ICE drama.
Oh, did not know that.
And here he is in the U.S. playing.
Oh, so we'll take the big payday.
I guess so. But again, I mean, I'd like just a change of pace. Again, any act that we're going to like is 40, 50 years old anyway. Did you hear about Neil Sean? He had put in like a little pitch. So because it's in San Francisco, Journey being from San Francisco, he put a little pitch. How about we get a little change of pace, get back to the rock? And he mentioned Journey, Metallica, and Santana, maybe like a triple thing.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, they didn't listen to his suggestion. But.
Sure.
I mean, again, it part of it's like we're getting old too. Like, like what we think. I watch Grammys and Emmys, and I don't know anybody performing or singing or whatever.
Yep, I do too. I watch them just out of curiosity. Okay, what's popular now and who's who, and I watch it, but then by the next day I've already forgotten their names
already. Although this year's Grammys, I don't know if you saw, Steven Tyler came out with this guy Youngblood, who's a popular guy. He performed at the Ozzy Osbourne tribute thing, and they did some Ozzy Osbourne tribute, and he sang together with Steven Tyler. Joe Perry came out, and lo and behold, they're putting out an EP together, and that's kind of like a whole PR thing for that.
I heard one song, and I was like, eh.
You know what I heard? I never heard this before. He does a cover, this Youngblood guy, of "I Was Made for Loving You" by Kiss.
Oh, really?
And it ends up sounding like the original, but it starts off just very sparse and him just singing the melody. And I thought it was going to be like, oh wow, it's like a somber version of it, but it was kind of cool. I give him credit for it.
All right.
So Bad Bunny, not my thing.
Not my thing. That's what so same thing. I've heard of him. Couldn't tell you a damn thing about him. So we did that yesterday. We put on maybe 3 or 4 songs, and we were like, there was, I think, one we were like, okay, not bad. The rest of it, the typical house bass and the rapping, and I don't hate hip hop, but I could probably name on one hand the hip hop artists that I like. I don't know. I do like that Journey idea, but we're not. I like it because
Journey,
that's my age.
About it. Even if it was Journey, there's one original guy. They came out in 72, 73. It's over 50-something years ago. That would be like us watching someone from 1922 during the 1977 Super Bowl,
Yeah. But, all right, so, first of all, I am in favor of, fine, if we're going to do hip-hop artists, fine, but maybe once every 5 years change it up and
not for
throw
nothing. Who says it has to be rock? Who says it can't be Brad Paisley or whoever?
Sure.
Kenny Chesney or some country. Country's huge, right?
Yeah.
Why are we not having it? We haven't had a country person, I don't think.
I would like to see, which I don't think they've done it, I'd love to see the Eagles in there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, all the hits they've had, that can be one hell of a halftime show. But I like the idea of Journey. Like even if you break it up, because a lot of halftime shows, there's special guests and stuff. Throw in a little hometown flair. Throw in Journey for maybe one song, and then Bad Bunny can jump back in. I don't know. I don't know. I feel that the difference. So, like you mentioned, the 20s when we were kids. For lack of a better example, I'm just going to use Sinatra, because Sinatra, he was around when we were kids, but still not really our generation. But because our parents and grandparents loved him, we heard his music. We knew who he was. Right. Just like today, our kids, they would know if Journey. Let's just say Journey did the halftime show. The kids of today would probably know the 3 or 4 Journey songs. They couldn't tell you any of the band members' names.
Yeah.
Couldn't rattle off 10 of their hits. But, they did Don't Stop Believin'. I don't know. 3 or 4 songs, I bet you kids of today probably have heard those songs.
Don't Stop Believin'.
Right. So I think that's what makes it work. Just like I said, with Sinatra when we were kids. Because our families were familiar with it. Yeah. We grew up hearing that stuff. So that's why I think a band like Journey would work.
Yeah.
But
again, it'll seem newer to us, but it's still old. Not that Bon Jovi can sing right now, but a Bon Jovi is appealing to everybody. A Foo Fighters, not as broad, but maybe a Pearl Jam, I don't know. But still, it's so far from rock. Eddie Trunk went off on it himself, too.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, that's his thing. He goes off on anything that's strays from the rock world. But, let it happen. And as many people have said, now a little more time to fill my plate or go to the bathroom or whatever else you do during the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Well, and that's, Jeff Skelzy, who was here yesterday, that's exactly what he said. He's going to just go to the bathroom. Yep.
Yeah.
I used to play football until I got Dame Bamage. That's a Bill Cosby joke. I think you mean whoa, I'm not reading that one. Bad Bunny arrived late to halftime show because he was on delay. Bad Bunny will also be on SNL this weekend, says Vicky. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
So, if you want to know what Bad Bunny's all about, you can watch SNL this weekend.
Yeah, and SNL's in New York, which is in the United States, so that's 2 strikes.
Yeah, so much for that statement then.
I mean, I read that. I'm assuming that's the case, that he had said something like that, but whatever.
I'm not reading that one either. Linda Angeria?
That's my girlfriend.
Oh, okay. My apologies for butchering your last name, Linda. I heard Jay-Z is in charge of who performs.
I think I heard the same thing.
Really? He's in charge of who performs at the halftime shows?
It's funny because there was a post with him where he was basically saying, we are honored to have Bad Bunny this year and blah, blah, blah. So he was saying we.
Right.
And I think I had heard something of that effect.
Wow. Jeez, I wonder how many millions he gets just for that. That's a nice job to have.
I know, but wait till we watching the podcast, Linda. I won't tell the Board of Ed.
Oh, is Linda supposed to be working right now?
She's on a free period, probably.
Yeah, right. Yeah, give the kids a chapter to read. Sit back and watch a show. What grade?
She does speech, lower grades, like K through 2 or something like that.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
Well, my brother would say, give them a Scantron, as if that solved everything.
Put on, Scantron, or back in our day, you'd set up the film projector.
Oh, God. You're dating yourself. Film.
Well, yes. But
film strip.
Yeah, exactly. I used to, there was nothing better. You're sitting in that classroom, dying to go home, and then they wheel it in. You're like, yes, the lights are going to go out.
Yeah. What about that kid? It was his job to, like, wheel the cart wherever. He had
Yes.
a cushy job. AV.
The AV squad.
Yeah.
I had interest in joining the AV squad. I think it was 5th grade. The teacher, the woman that was in charge of AV, she comes into the classroom. She goes, "I'm looking for Nancy Walker." And the kids laughed their asses off, and I did. I just sat there. And I turned it down. I was like, no thanks. I was so mad.
At least you were half right. You had the Walker part.
Yeah, all right. Let's not forget the holidays are coming up. Remember when they canceled Baby It's Cold Outside and replaced it with Wet Ass Pussy? Yes. They kind of did. Which was weird to me as well. Tuesday Trivia, baby, coming up in just a little while. What else we got coming up here? This was cool. I was watching this. Oh, yeah, talking about teachers. This is perfect.
Okay.
In California, a woman is upset with her school district. Do I have the school district here? No, I don't have the name of the town. But apparently this high school allows transgender bathrooms and locker rooms. So a woman by the name of Beth Bourne, she appeared at a school board meeting. Apparently she had been contacting the school board for a few months to address this issue. She's against the fact that transgenders can change, basically have a unisex locker room. So I'm not getting into politics or whether that's right or wrong, but I love what she did about it because the school board was not responding to her. So she showed up at their school board meeting. It was just a few days ago. And as she's talking, she says, "I'm just going to give you guys an example of what it's like." Because, there's men and women all over this room. So as she's talking, she's taking her clothes off. There's video. I saw the video. She's taking her clothes off, and you see, like, the school board, you see parents are like... But she had a bathing suit on. She had a bikini on. But sure enough, she strips down to just the bikini, string bikini, and I'm assuming the school board president, because he's right in the front, hits the hammer down. He goes, "All right, we're taking a recess." This woman's like, "I'm in the middle of talking. You're violating my First Amendment rights." But they took a 5-minute break. They came back. They let her come up and speak. She did it again. They cut her off again and took a half-hour recess.
Oh, wow.
And called the cops. So, and that's where the story I read ends. So I don't know what happened when the cops came. But the school board did say, where is it? After 5 minutes, another fish comes. All right. That's all I got. Okay. Yeah. So she's quoted as saying she felt that she needed to take drastic measures to make her point because the school board had not really been, responding to her.
Right.
So I thought that was awesome. Good for her.
Yeah.
Take it all off, baby. That's what I say.
Depends what you look like too, but.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. She wasn't like the hottest thing, but she wasn't bad.
Right. She wasn't like.
Yeah, I'd have no. I mean, yeah. If I'm school board president, I'd be like, everybody, shush.
Yeah.
I want to hear what she has to say. I'm all for it. The whole meeting should have been in the nude.
then the news story would be a lot longer than that.
Yeah, true. Vicky, how about those Mets? You said you'd mention it yesterday, but ran out of time. Oh, Vicky. Wow, you guys really are mad that Diane's not here, that you're going to stir me up. All right, I'll get to that too. A woman's upset with her school district. Let me guess, they won't let her kid come to school dressed like a cat and not provide a litter box in the bathroom. Yeah, right? Wasn't that a story a few months ago? No, this woman's mad. She's against the transgenders being in the same locker room. But, yeah, so she stripped. Good for her. Yeah, we were talking about that off before we went on the air, too, about the Mets. Thanks for the reminder, Vicky. The Mets did announce that their manager is staying, which I would disagree with that. I like the guy, Carlos Mendoza. I like him. I think he did a decent job, but he doesn't know how to handle the pitching. And the pitcher's arms, the reliever's arms were blown out by the All-Star break.
Yeah.
So
listen,
yeah.
Boone does the same thing. It rotates the same 3 or 4 guys, but I don't know if that's how the rosters are these days or their hands are tied or whatever, but it's the same names parading in and out. But that's what baseball's turning into. Nobody pitches 6, 7, 8 innings anymore, so.
Right. The days of complete games
in fact,
are
the
gone.
Mets may have pioneered this, whatever they call it, piggyback thing. A couple weeks ago, they had 2 guys pitch 4 innings each, and it kind of worked. But if that works, then what's going to be a good starting pitcher? A guy who pitches 4 innings or 5 innings. So,
which that's quite a deal.
Yeah.
4 or 5 innings once a week.
Yeah,
you get paid millions.
Yeah,
no, I'm totally against it. I don't like it. I don't. Yeah, I this pitchers, and then they come out middle relievers, closers. Yeah, like you said, what happened to guys going the distance,
or even 6?
Right. I mean, again, we were growing up. They didn't even have such thing as a pitch count. When we were growing up.
No pitch count, and although there were closers like Jesse Orozco and Goose Gossage and whatever. Sure. It wasn't like those guys sometimes they came in the 8th, sometimes they came in the 7th, sometimes somebody else got to save, Ron Davis or whatever the Mets equivalent was.
Yeah.
But now it's like, no, you're the closer, you come in for this one particular inning, and
I don't like it. Yeah, and Mendoza didn't know what to do with it, and he's not solely to blame, but usually you can't fire the player. Well, I guess you can fire a player, but you got to eat up their contract. With a manager, you don't have to do that. Yeah, I don't know. I would get rid of the whole coaching staff, and even I don't know. I didn't like the general manager what he did this year. They brought in Cedric Mullins for what? Like, we didn't need him, and he didn't contribute a damn thing.
I think both teams failed with their trade deadline moves. I mean, Yankees kind of worked out in the end, but we'd be mad if they did nothing. So the Mets didn't do anything at the trade deadline, right? So they go out and they get what they can get. It doesn't mean they're going to do anything. Mullins was a great player for the Orioles for a long time.
Yeah, he was. But that's the difference right there between the Mets and Yankees. Yankees, more times than not, they seem to pull it out. Boone, who most Yankee fans hate, he's taken this team to he's what, 10 years in?
At least.
Yeah. And I think, haven't they made the playoffs every year with him?
They missed maybe 2 years ago. Like, there was 1 year they didn't make it at all.
Okay, all right.
But they've gotten to ALCS and last year World Series, and it's all good. Everybody else would be happy with that,
Right. That's exactly my point. Didn't win the World Series, but still made it to the postseason, which makes it exciting. Where the Mets are the opposite. They.
But what the Mets what they're kind of getting a taste of though, and I don't want to compare the two, but now since they have an owner who's willing to spend and whatnot. You're seeing what we've saw for lots of years too, that you could have the highest payroll and it doesn't mean jack.
Right.
You could have the best guy in baseball. It doesn't mean jack. If your team, they just said today, the Reds are the first team to make the playoffs that didn't have a batter who had a higher average than 270. Nobody hit more than 25 home runs. Nobody won more than 15 games, whatever.
Wow.
And they're in the playoffs. So they played together as a team, I guess.
I'm happy with Soto's year. I think he did.
Oh, he did.
He did great. But yeah, we were. That is the thing. A team's not going to win based on one guy. And actually, that's why I don't like them bringing in Cedric Mullins. They had a flow going. They had a chemistry. And Tyrone Taylor, who was the center fielder, not the greatest hitter, but was getting some clutch hits once in a while, but nothing was getting past him in the outfield. Mm-hmm. He lost so much playing time when they brought Mullins in that, sometimes you don't have to have the best players, but there's a chemistry, there's a mojo. Yeah. And, I felt that they lost it at that point. Friendo, I had a few transgender jokes for the 4th, but I think they need to be changed. He's performing this Saturday, so yeah.
Oh, he's a comedian.
Well, this will be his debut. he's been watching this show since pretty much the very first day. We started in 2018.
Okay.
He's been watching almost the whole time, and that's all he does. Every day he just busts our balls. So, yeah, we're doing a show this Saturday in the Giga Room, and we're like, all right, tough guy, time to put up. So we convinced him to put a set together.
All right, that's great. I would
Yeah.
love to hear how that goes.
Do you know Danny Keene? He's a blind keyboard player, guitar player.
I do not.
Oh, okay. He's a funny guy, very funny guy. He's been in here a few times. Same thing. We convinced him. I said to him, I said, Danny, you're so funny. I said, why don't you jump up on stage someday? And he said, yeah, a lot of people tell me I should. I said, October 4th, come on down. He agreed to do it. So he's making his comedy debut as well.
So can I ask you a quick question?
Of
Since
course.
you've been doing this for a while. So for these new guys, and you were a new guy at one point, like how, what are they going to do, 10 minutes, 15 minutes?
5.
5. All right. So 5 minutes, how much does that translate to on paper, and how much practice do you have to go through to even just do that 5 minutes?
Well, for Danny, it might be different. I mean, even though he's a musician, but at least he's had some kind of stage time.
Right.
So, and I'm sure he's probably told some jokes in between songs when he's
Right.
performing. So he's got the timing thing down, which puts him ahead of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Timing means a lot. And I do, when somebody's new, whether they're acting or doing stand-up, well, especially with stand-up, because they're up there by themselves. So it can really mess with your head.
Yeah.
I mean, you're on stage. You know, it can be, it can be nerve-wracking at times. So new guys tend to speed it up. So how's everybody doing? Great. Okay. Well, here's my first joke. Like they really,
Right.
because of the nerves. But it's hard to say as far as how many pages, because that's why I bring up timing, because you got to tell a joke and then, give it a break, because hopefully you're going to get laughs. You can't just keep on speaking.
Right.
And you can't, and it can't be too long either, because it's amazing how fast you'll lose them if you're telling
Too much of a story.
Right. Where there are some people, in fact, Carlin was kind of like that. But there are other comedians, once they hit it big, or not, I know we've been talking a little bit about how things were better at other times in our lives, but I think in like the 70s and 80s, storytelling comedians were more acceptable. I think their attention spans were longer back then. So where now, every sentence pretty much has to have some kind of punchline to it. So it's more about timing than saying, all right, I need to have 3 pages worth.
I guess what I was asking, like, so 5 minutes would equate to roughly, like, give or take. Is this a 5-minute piece of paper here, or would it be like 2 pages worth of timing that you'd have to fill for 5 minutes, and God forbid you had to do an hour or whatever?
An hour, yeah. I mean, that's, in my opinion, that's a whole script right there.
Right.
And it's weird, too, because, and the veterans do this, and I still am blown away by it. They have so many bits in their head, and they can rattle them off. But then, based on the time, how much time they have, based on the crowd, like, they'll switch it in their head. Where I'm like, all right, I got to do this bit, and I got to say this, and I got to do this. I'm not nowhere near the point where I can say, all right, let me switch this one, or, I only got 2 minutes left, let me try this. I'm nowhere near that.
Right.
I have to say the same thing.
It's
easily a few pages, because you'd rather have more that you don't use than run out of stuff.
Obviously. And do you ever get thrown off by that person in the crowd? Like, you ever see the comedians that be like, oh, sir, and whatever. Like, that could be all scripted, but if it's not, like, how do you remember, now I got to go back to where I was in this?
That's one thing, again, it's just a matter of getting up there. Because I've been doing my dinner theater, I've been doing that stuff for almost 30 years. And that's all, have to remember a script, but the dinner theater is all interactive, and we constantly go off the script to interact.
Right.
And it's become a skill that I've developed because from going out there and just doing it, where now I know one show in particular. We have a mob show, a mob murder mystery. I can do that show backwards. I just know it so well, so I can go off it without a problem.
Right.
And it's actually become a joke where now, because I know exactly where we are, and I'm messing around. And then I'll stop and I'll say, "All right, wait a minute, I forgot where we were," and it gets a laugh every single time. And that's the thing too, because now not only do you know the script so well that you're comfortable going off it, but also, and comedians do it too. It's not, like you said, it's not planned to go to the guy, but you see a guy like that, but you already have those ad libs in your head,
right?
Because you've done them before,
right?
So the trick is just to make it look like you just came up with it,
right?
So yeah,
I don't. Not to mention, you may not even like. We don't know if they're really even talking to the guy, or you really say like they just.
It's a little bit of both.
Looking at that person, right?
But there is, and I've seen musicians do it. I've seen actors do it. I've seen athletes, and definitely comedians. You could be knocking it out of the park. You have, I don't know, 100 people that are laughing their asses off or enjoying the music. There's that one that's just kind of, and that's all you think about. First thing you think about when you come off the stage, that motherfucker. You know, you're concentrated on that one person.
Yeah.
And that I've always found that interesting to me. But yeah, you can have the best set. But yeah, so yeah, there's a lot. I mean, a lot of comedians will say you got to go to open mics and hone it all.
Right.
I'm not a big fan of that, but yeah, you definitely get more comfortable the more you go up.
Yeah.
So
well, good luck to these guys doing
yeah,
it for
absolutely.
the first time.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. Ali Cam, who's a great singer, she hasn't done stand up in like 5 or 6 years, so she's coming back to the stage. Yeah, it's going to be fun. We're really looking forward to it. Let's see. The guy at the shop told me I'm going to need a new tranny.
Let's go.
When did this happen? I said on the way to the drag show. I had a few. All right. I don't want anyone getting offended on the 4th. I had a few abortion jokes, but I guess I'll get rid of them. Oh.
Ooh, that's bad.
Do not do any abortion jokes. Do not do any rape jokes. Do not do any politics. And even try to stay away from religion. Please. Oh, my goodness. John Rusciello, $500 million payroll for nothing. Yeah, I think he's talking about our Mets. Yes.
Yes.
Yep. I guess some transgender people need an extra locker room for their balls.
Wait, here it is. Here's my friend, so I interrupt.
No, it's cool. Oh, all right. So, I'm sorry. Kim Davinsky, she's playing Thursday, October 16th. Oh, I will not be here that night. But all right, but all the best.
That's the Giggle Room.
Oh, but
right?
hang on. The Stars of Tomorrow, Emerging Talent. Oh, so that means she's taking a class, and then that's the graduation show.
Oh, all right.
All right, Kim Davinsky, October 16th.
We're going to give her a plug at the Giggle Room. Friend of mine.
Yep, the Giggle Room on October 16th. Yeah, they always do that when they have the comedy class. They have their little graduation shows.
Yeah.
I think it's usually two nights where they do 2 shows. So yeah, Kim Davinsky, all the best to her, and maybe we'll have to. Maybe after that.
Yeah, maybe
we'll
get
try
her
to
on.
get in here to talk about the experience. Yeah.
But speaking of something related, I'm tempted to do this, to go to the rock camp and sing with Roger Daltrey.
He's the rock camp, New York. He's going to be
Florida. It's going to be in Florida in
okay.
January, and I'm like this. I'm thinking about it. I'm wanting to go.
There's a comedian here, Eric Tartaglione. He goes to the Mets fantasy camp every year, and he loves it. And he's become buddies. I mean, he's got some of these guys on his cell phone.
Oh yeah.
When I interviewed Mookie Wilson, I pulled out a picture of Eric, and he was like, "Oh, there's my comedy friend." I was like, "Yeah." He loves it. I don't know what it costs. I can't afford it. What kind of money are we talking about for that?
Just to go to the camp, not counting your room or whatever, is
Okay.
about $9,000.
Wow.
To sing with Roger Daltrey. So
and they're like teachers, right? Like
so
Roger Daltrey's a teacher.
He's
at
more
this?
probably like a mentor guy. So what they
Right.
do is I would sign up. I'm going to be a singer. You sign up. You can be a bass player or whatever. And you get down there and they put you in bands, I guess, based on ability.
Right.
And you name your band and whatever you're going to do. And then you have like a counselor that's a regular person. So it could be like for example, remember the Firm?
Oh yeah, Paul Rogers and Jimmy Page.
Okay, but the other guy in the Firm, the bass player,
Tony Franklin.
He's one of the counselors.
Oh, okay.
Vinny Appice from Dio and Black Sabbath. He's a drummer. He's one of the counselors. So people of that echelon.
Sure.
Not to put them down, but they're the counselors.
No,
and
no,
then
yeah.
Roger, there's a special anniversary, and apparently he's into this because he feels like it's getting back to your roots and helping mentor people and whatever. So, again, the guy's 81. I hope, knock on wood, everything goes well, and he can make it there if I sign up to go. But I'm a big Who fan, not as big as Van Halen and some of the other thing, but Who's up there. And we just saw them in Boston, had a great show, and I'm like, this could be cool. So they're guaranteeing you're going to sing with him. Now, how many songs you're going to sing with him, I don't know. But similar to this thing that Kim's doing, at the end, there's a performance or two at local, like I guess the equivalent of like a House of Blues kind of place, like something like that. So, and I guess there's probably some of these people are not in bands, and like this is their. So for me, it'd be like, yeah, I'm in a band. I've done this before, but to be with Roger Daltrey, that's the reason I would. Pull that
that's
kind
pretty
of money.
cool.
But,
Now, and what's the end goal here? Like, do people get signed, or
no?
They...
I think it's just like the Mets camp. You get the experience of being with famous rock stars, like they're playing with former Mets or Yankees or whoever.
So all right, so you'd be willing. So basically, what you're saying is you'd be willing to pay $9,000 to sing with Roger Daltrey.
I think I would.
Wow. All right. Do they have like payment plans, or you got to pay the whole thing?
No, they have payment plans. And they have different options. So I have a friend who's thinking of going with me, but he would pay this much cheaper, like $700 plan to be like a spectator.
Oh.
So you get to watch the classes, watch the performances, but not be involved.
The performances at the end, is that open to the public? Like, can I get
believe so.
Pay like $50 just to go watch?
I might even be free. I don't know. I don't know how that works, but it's at some venue.
Right.
But smaller type venue. So for us, I don't know, it'd be like the Paramount or Westbury or something.
Sure. Oh wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen footage. Daltrey's done this before.
Yeah.
And yeah, he sings Who tunes. He
like
sings
they've
a lot
got
of
one
different
coming up, and not my thing singer wise, but it's Rob Halford from Judas Priest and Alice Cooper, who both live in Arizona. So it's in Arizona. Now that'd be cool, but I wouldn't pay that to go hang out with those dudes.
And you could pay. You could pay maybe for something else with Rob Halford.
You could, but I'll come up with a line for that one later. It's so funny though. Like once he revealed that, like you went back and thought about every song and lyrics, and now you transposed it to.
It's one of those things. Like, how did we not pick up on that?
Well, that too. I mean, the whole band dressed like that, so it wasn't like it was just him. But then you put it together, and you're like, all right.
I'm still waiting for the day David Lee comes out.
Well, here's the thing about David Lee, and I wouldn't be surprised in the least.
I personally
never been tied to like a long-term girlfriend, not married, not whatever. But
he does have a daughter, right?
No.
Oh, I thought he did. I thought he had a daughter.
Got sisters.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. One way or the other. I mean, there was a short time, I hate to say this, that I thought Jeter might be too, because Jeter was never
really
married and always out there and linked with these women, but you never really, it never lasted. So.
Right. Wow.
I don't know. You never
Imagine
know.
that. Yeah, I personally think David Lee is. Yep. And then even Howard Stern, David Lee was on Stern quite often back in the day, and he would sometimes make little comments that made you think, oh, is David Lee gay? Yeah, kind of made you think.
I wouldn't be surprised if Howard just came out and said it. But
how much would you pay to sing with David Lee Roth?
Not much.
Oh, really?
No.
I mean, yeah, the guy can't sing, but he's one of your big heroes.
I would pay more to play with Eddie Van Halen or Geddy Lee.
Sammy Hagar.
No, he irks me. And honestly, right now at this very moment, I would not even want to play with Bruce because Bruce has got me pissed off.
What, the politics stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, Jeff yesterday said the same thing.
I'm the biggest Bruce fan, and I usually let that kind of stuff go. I was at Shea Stadium when he played, right around the time he did that song 41 Shots, and he
2003, I was there.
He was going off, and the cops and everybody booing him, right?
Yes.
I don't need the politics on stage.
Right.
But when he's in England trashing the United States, I mean, whether you like the president or not, I didn't like Obama or Biden or anybody. I wasn't publicly trashing them. I was waiting for the next time to vote and hoped they would change it, But he's, like at a sour grapes and bitching, and he's buddies with Obama anyway.
Well, right. Excuse me, that's part of my issue. I personally don't care. I'm okay with him complaining because he's complaining because he cares.
Right.
So I'm okay with that. However, what I don't like is that he only complains about certain leaders.
Right.
Like your buddies with Obama, which I understand, but I'm sure, I am positive, there must have been at least one thing that Obama did that you disagreed with.
Right.
So speak up then too.
Correct. I agree.
That's my issue.
I agree.
But yeah, I don't know that. We were talking about it yesterday. Bruce doesn't bother me when he does it because I feel, it's just my opinion, and I could be completely off base, but I just get the opinion the way Bruce speaks is that the guy, he's educated in this stuff.
No, he
and he
is.
knows what he's talking about, as opposed to some other people who seem to not know what they're talking about.
Right.
And then you take, and Jeff brought it up yesterday, you take a guy like Roger Waters, who just seems like he's like something is disconnected in his head.
I agree.
Yeah. So, but I wouldn't say, Roger, shut up. Like, you want to take 5-10 minutes during your show to say something, go ahead. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Then get back to playing the wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's all he plays.
There's different decisions on that too. Like, is it, am I going for entertainment so I don't want to hear anything? Or
right.
did rock and roll start as like a protest type thing and we have the right to, so you can go both ways with that.
Plus, you're going to see these guys, in advance. Oh, Bruce, Bruce does that. A lot of these guys do that.
Yeah. So, yeah, Roger would be one that I'd pay for. Eddie Van Halen, Geddy Lee.
How much would you pay for Eddie Van Halen?
If he were alive?
Well, obviously, yeah.
More than that.
Okay.
Assuming that I would be singing and,
We're coming up on the anniversary of his passing, aren't we? What is it, the 5th or 6th?
I got to say, I don't know the exact day. I know where I was, same way you could say you know where you were at the time.
I do, yeah, I remember.
I was coming home from school and I came to a red light and listened to Eddie Trunk, which I usually would listen to. And he's like, I got some sad news and I just knew it was going to be about Eddie. He didn't say Eddie Van Halen.
You just knew, huh?
Knew that's what he was going to say.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Actually, it was similar for me because I was home on my computer and I saw Wolfgang's Twitter post. It was just a big close-up of Eddie's face. I did the same thing. I didn't read a thing. I just saw the face and I went, oh, no.
Yeah.
And then I read it. But we don't know the exact date. I think it's the 5th or the 6th. But what shocks me is that this year will be 5 years already.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy to me. It's
Listen,
crazy
dude,
how time flies.
Again, when you get older, 2026 is going to be my 40th reunion if they do something. Does
Wow.
it feel like 40 years since high school? No. The 90s feel like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Right?
It really does.
So anything you could think of is 20, 30 years. So for that to be 5 years, it was right before COVID or during, I don't know, it was in the neighborhood of COVID.
Towards the end of COVID.
All right, because Neil Peart was probably during. I remember that was a gut punch too.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
But, or if it was Pete Townsend, I would do it because, like, to sing the songs of your favorite bands with one of those people, Billy Joel, Bruce, Kiss, I don't know, as much of a Kiss fan as I am. Michael Anthony from Van Halen was doing one, and I was tempted, but that was California, and that was like, well, he's the bass player, right? So it's not like, how interactive am I going to be with him? I mean,
Right.
aside from meeting him, but like to sing, if Roger Daltrey sings Behind Blue Eyes with me or whatever, then, that's...
Yeah, but Michael Anthony, I would be interested because, his background vocals are so instrumental to Van Halen's sound.
I get it. I mean,
so I'd be
maybe
curious
I
to talk
misspoke
to
with
him.
that, but like...
I see what you're saying. Like
if it was the same price as Roger Daltrey, I'd be like, all right, well, I love Michael Anthony, but,
Right. And yeah, like you said, nothing against Tony Franklin, but, and I love the firm, but, and he's a great bass player.
Right.
He's done other
The
stuff.
other singer who's one of my idols is, and he's a bit older, and I think he's having some physical issues too, but Paul Rogers I would pay for.
Paul Rudd, one of
Paul
my favorites.
Rogers.
One of
Love
my
him.
favorites.
Great stuff.
Yeah, he's been going through some health stuff, and but he just put out an album about like a year ago.
Do you have that?
Oh yeah, it was great.
There's one song on there that's killer. It's not like a hard rocking song. It's like I don't even know what it's called, but I heard it. I played it a million times. And that song from the second Firm album, which I think was one of his solo songs, called "Spirit of Love," I think.
Shit, I know exactly what song you're talking about. Something like that.
We have internet. We can find it in 2 seconds.
Yeah. All right, you look that up. I'm going to read
I'm
the
diverging,
comments, and
I'm
we'll
sorry.
catch up here. No, it's cool. That's what we do here. Don't forget about pansexuals, the people that identify with cookware. What the fuck?
I knew that was coming.
One of my transgender friends just burned down. What? Oh, his house. One of my transgender friends' house just burnt down. Close call. It was an LGBTQ. Oh, my goodness. No new pronouns in 2025. He, she, him, her, they, them. Gross. What is that? A funny guy, Danny Keene. Right. I see what you did there because he's blind. Oh, Fremda, you're killing me.
You can't do that.
Give him a round of applause, not because he's blind, but so he can find his way to the stage. Crazy. A blind musician. He plays in every key but the key of C. That's terrible, but I like it. In all honesty, Danny is a great guy. I bumped into him once. Actually, he bumped into me. I said, "You're blind." He said, "Tell me something I don't know." I said, "There's a chair over there."
Oh, God. That's too much.
Holy crap. Okay, no jokes about abortion, rape, transgender. So I think what you really mean is no jokes about politics. Yeah, I think I probably just cut your set down to 1 minute. But, yeah, that's what you're going to have to...
Spirit of Love, The Firm.
Spirit of Love.
Last
Okay.
song.
Right, and then he also did on one of his solo albums.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, yeah. Paul Rogers can sing anything. Yeah, and I thought he was great. I was just talking about this with somebody the other day on here. When he fronted Queen, I freaking loved it.
All right, I think we've talked about this.
Oh yeah,
he's a great singer. He just wasn't.
Oh no, I
match.
liked it. I thought it was
match.
really.
And then I saw them. I was there, and then it was like playing "Feel Like Making Love." Whatever. I'm like, nah, this is Queen. It's almost.
But it's Queen and Paul Rogers.
I know, but like Queen needed George Michael. Queen needed who was typical like not that Adam Lambert was around them, but like a British guy. Not that he had to be gay, but a British guy with a high voice. Now Paul Rogers, British guy, but not the same. In fact, they couldn't even play some of the songs. They did pre-recorded, whatever, Bohemian Rhapsody, or whatever. And listen, I was happy because I never saw Queen at all, so this was at least something. But
yeah.
No, it didn't work for me.
No, I loved it. I thought the album was great too that they made. Loved it.
Cosmos Rockin'?
Yeah. Thought it was great.
All right. I'll agree to disagree.
I mean, I don't know. Lambert he can sing the songs. I don't think his voice is amazing. But I don't like him as a frontman. I don't. They do. I've seen them twice with Adam Lambert, and they do like Fat Bottom Girls, and he'll say towards the end, "Where are my where are my big ass bitches?"
Yeah.
That's like a stand-up going up on stage here and telling a knock-knock joke. Like, it's so hacky.
Yeah.
Freddie wasn't hacky. Paul Rogers isn't hacky. These are true frontmen that full of originality and energy and know how to get a crowd. Not where are my big-ass bitches. Really?
But again,
that's
it has
what
to
he
be
does.
the right voice. So there was talk, I don't know if you remember, at the end when Zeppelin did that, the O2 Arena and whatever, and then they wanted to continue, and Rob Plant said no. And they're talking to different people. Steven Tyler's one of them.
Right.
Steven Tyler's a great singer. Do I want him in Led Zeppelin? No. It wouldn't sound like Led Zeppelin to me. Because he would at some point decide to do a Steven Tyler little...
Oh, of course, it's what he does.
But still, like that does not Led Zeppelin. So Paul Rogers is deep, bluesy, rock, great voice. Didn't match Queen.
See, yes, I understand. There definitely are certain songs Queen couldn't do because Paul Rogers doesn't have the Freddie range. But I thought there were plenty of songs he kicked ass on. Pre-recorded stuff, Bohemian Rhapsody, they did that with Freddie too.
No, I know that. I know.
But the songs like one song that comes to mind is "The Show Must Go On." I thought Paul Rogers nailed it. I even like the way he sang "We Will Rock You." I thought he nailed it. But even Steven Tyler, like Aerosmith and Led Zeppelin both covered "Train Kept a Rollin'."
Right.
There are certain songs I think Steven Tyler would totally nail. But it was weird to me because we're geeking out a little bit on our music, but Steven Tyler was supposedly he went so far as they actually had rehearsals.
Yeah.
Aerosmith was all pissed off. They grabbed Hagar. And he was rehearsing with them.
Oh, that I didn't know.
Yeah, and then Hagar claims he was like, I've been down this road. This is too weird, and he backed out.
Yeah.
And then turns out Aerosmith, they didn't need a singer after all because the Zeppelin thing didn't happen.
Right.
But yeah, it was getting a little too weird there. But yeah, I think Steven Tyler could have done. See, in my opinion, I'd rather have. It's better than nothing.
It is better than nothing, but
as long as it sounds good, then I'm all right with it.
But then it comes back to the whole Sammy Van Halen thing. Like, do you call it Van Halen or do you call it something else?
Yeah, but Sammy was a good sport. He did some Dave tunes.
Very little. That was my biggest gripe with him.
But he did more as years went on. He's got a live album coming out next week. Panama and Ain't Talking About Love are on it.
The same two songs they played forever with.
But David Lee, he couldn't touch a Sammy tune.
He couldn't, but he shouldn't. He doesn't have to, though. That's the difference.
All right, but Sammy doesn't have to touch a David Lee song.
He does, because he joined Van Halen. If they called it...
David Lee was in Van Halen, a band that put out 4 or 5 albums with a different singer. So David Lee should then do one of those.
Okay.
His range, he can do Finish What You Started.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He would do it in a David Lee style.
Right, but he's too egotistical to do that.
Right, well then.
But, and I'm saying this as a fan who's excited at first to hear that Sammy. I'm like, we get another guitar player, great range, great performer. I wonder how he's going to sound singing Light Up the Sky. I wonder how he's going to sound singing Bottoms Up. And he's like, nope, no old songs, just these 3 or 4 forever. Like, that's to me like, you joined our band.
But he did more than that, though, didn't he?
I won't get to 10 songs if I name them. Jump, barely, once in a while. Ain't Talking About Love, Panama, You Really Got Me. Unchained on one tour. Somebody Get Me a Doctor with and without Michael Anthony singing part of it.
Wow, is that it? I thought there was more.
I mean, there might be 1 or 2 more. So if there's 2 more, we get to 7. 7 out of 6 albums worth of songs. And again, I remember going as a kid, young kid, high school kid, whatever. I was psyched. I was glad I was going. And I'm watching it. And at the end, I'm like, they played the whole 5150 album. They played a couple Sammy songs. They played a Montrose song. And they played Panama and Ain't Talking About Love. And that was it.
5150 is a great album.
I'm not saying it's not. Although, I'll tell you what, if I'm Alex Van Halen right now, I say, listen, I know the electronic drums were cool back then. I got to redo the drums on 5150. That's what kills me about 5150.
I agree.
It's like,
right. Pink Floyd did that.
On what?
Momentary Lapse of Reason.
Went back and fixed the drums?
Yeah, in 2019. Because Nick Mason wasn't even on half that album. And then in 2019, he went back and drummed the whole album, and they re-released it. Yeah, and it has a completely different feel to it.
Awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was a great idea. Hey, we're geeking out here, but who cares? Let's see. David Lee Roth, former singer of Van Halen. If Pete Townsend had a choice in the matter, he would have named the song Behind Two Guys. Yeah.
What would his hard drive have to say about that?
What's that?
Pete Townsend's hard drive. What would it have to say about that?
Well, they didn't find anything, right? Isn't that how he beat that whole thing?
I don't know.
I thought that's what the story was.
I don't know. I just got his book, so I'll let you know when I read it.
Yeah, I have it. I've barely even touched it, to be honest with you.
There's a really good book about The Who. It's called Listening to You. And they go through every album, every song, the recording.
Oh, really?
Love it. I'm taking on my cruise. I'll read the other 6 albums I
I'll have
didn't
to
read.
check that out. Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite Who album?
It has to be Who's Next because it's the best rock album of all time. But the album that introduced me to The Who, which has a soft spot, is Face Dances because that's about when I was like, what, 11? So
You were older than that. I was 11. And you?
No, it was 79. So I was
81.
11. Face Dances?
81.
Maybe it was 81. 81. Okay. maybe the tour something was 79.
Well, yeah, they started touring again after Moon died in 79.
Because that was the whole Cincinnati thing in 79. So wouldn't the album had to be out?
The album was not out.
Okay.
Townsend's solo album, Empty Glass, I believe, was 79, or maybe even 80. I forget now.
Well, I just got a record store release. It wasn't new. Of Face Dances with extra songs.
Yes.
You have it?
Of course.
I didn't even know it existed.
Oh, really?
Well, I had the CD that was reissued.
Different
with the songs.
bonus tracks.
No, I think the same bonus tracks, but this thing had prints and lyrics and.
No, the CD doesn't have "Don't Let Go the Coat" with Pete singing it.
Okay.
And there was a few. Oh, and it doesn't have the live songs are different on the CD than the vinyl. Yeah, that's why I bought the vinyl because I don't collect vinyl. But
all right.
But that was the only way to get some of these bonus tracks. All right, so Face Dance. Yeah, same thing because that was our time.
Yeah.
So I do have a soft spot for that album.
So like if Roger said we got to sing "You Better You Bet," I'm like I'm on board.
Right. Favorite Who tour? How many times have you seen them?
pretty much, I think, every tour since whatever that was, 89. It was like
The
Giant
big reunion
Stadium
tour? Yeah.
Yeah. And I was not that into Tommy at the time.
Oh, I love Tommy.
So when they came out and did it, like they did almost the whole thing.
Yeah, they did do the oh no, Giant Stadium they didn't do the whole thing. You're right.
Most of it. So
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, they must be just doing like a little Tommy montage, right?
Right.
And I'm like, no, it's just still going, it's still going. So Tommy's not my favorite album. I like the concept, but it's not my favorite album. But so best who I can't say a best tour.
Okay.
I just like when they play deep cuts, you know, like and
too.
I just saw them in Boston, great show, but there was some curfew in Boston. And so the only show of the whole tour, I think was the first show where they played certain songs was like Florida or something. So they played Bargain, only that show. They played I Could See for Miles. Our show was the only show they didn't play the song Is Over, which was the name of the tour.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, because that's the last one of the night. So when
Right.
they had a curfew thing. Oh, that sucked. But they did Going Mobile.
They did, and Simon Townsend sang that. That was great.
Yeah. First time Pete's done it solo, but this is the first tour the Who's ever done that song live.
Yeah, because I think he was doing it with Roger Simon when he played with
Right.
him. Yeah.
Right.
But it was a great show. Like this whole section standing, my section, nobody getting up. My
wow.
kid's embarrassed that I'm standing up. I told the girl behind me, who was probably like 25, I go, listen, in a nice way. I go, I'm going to stand up for You Better You Bet. I'm going to stand up for Won't Get Fooled Again. I'm going to stand up for this. So either you can stand up with me or whatever you want to do. But
Oh, that's funny.
I'm standing up.
Oh, at least you're nice about it.
Yeah. But it was great. They sounded great. He sounded amazing. 81 years old, sounded amazing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he what a voice, and he takes care of it.
But he had, when I saw him last at UBS, which is like they were with the orchestra, it was like 3 years ago, he said something like, I was having problems with my voice.
Oh, he's
I
been
went
having
to
trouble
certain
for
doctor.
years.
Some doctor did something to help him.
Oh, okay.
And now he's like, I mean, I used to cringe when they were going to start Love Rain on Me, but knocked it out of the park. I mean, every song, really good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Fantastic.
And what was cool, we happened to be there, but the Red Sox were not there. Otherwise, we would have gone to a game. So we did a stadium tour. It was the day of the concert. So not only were we touring Fenway Park, but we're seeing them set up for the Who. And as we walked in that back street behind the stadium, not that we saw them, there was a golf cart that said the Who. You know, like this is
that's
their
cool.
golf cart.
Yeah.
So it was cool.
That would have been great if you saw sound check or something.
Yeah.
From
No, I
getting
heard.
the
Oh,
tone.
I didn't tell you about this. So if you ever go to Boston, there's a hotel called the Verb.
Verb.
Rock and roll theme. You walk in.
Oh, wow.
Your room's got a turntable and a couple albums to play. You
Really?
light those, you go back to the lobby. Memorabilia. I'll show you pictures later. Amazing.
Wow.
I could throw a rock and hit Fenway Park. That's how close it was, right?
I've never heard of this place.
And on top of that, if you wanted to spend a little more money, they have refurbished campers, and you sleep in like a camper that's got a generator. So like, kitchenette, whatever in a camper. So we get there the first day, and rapper or whatever he is, Chris Brown is playing.
Okay.
I heard the concert as if I was in Fenway Park. That's
Oh,
what it
wow.
was. So we do the stadium tour. We come back, getting out of the cab or Uber. They're sound checking "Who Are You" as I'm walking into my hotel. Like
Nice.
clear as day.
Yep.
So yeah, it was good. I mean,
That's
for me,
cool.
It was great. I was hoping the kids were a little more into it, but I think someday they'll look back that they saw the Who and Paul McCartney and James Taylor, and hopefully they'll appreciate it.
No, I'm kidding. No, yeah,
I saw Frank
definitely
Sinatra.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
Yeah, I took my parents and my aunt, and
Oh, that's
must have been
cool.
like I was old enough to drive, so whatever year it was,
Right.
Coliseum. And Frank was looking at the teleprompter, whatever. But I'm like, I saw Frank Sinatra.
Oh, absolutely. Sure.
So you used to have those things on Facebook. You'd be like, which of these is not true, or whatever. So I'd be like, concerts I've seen. Who have I not seen? I would put Frank Sinatra. They'd be like, you didn't see Frank Sinatra. I'm like, no, I did.
That's cool. No, that I think that's cool. You can say that you
Yeah,
saw
it's
him.
classic.
Absolutely. Favorite live album, not just Who, anybody. Favorite live album.
Oh, that's a good one. All right.
I know. I've been asking that a lot with my guests lately.
I might start with which ones are not my favorites. So, like, Song Remains the Same does nothing for me.
Oh,
They always
okay.
say the Who live at Leeds.
Oh, I love that.
I know, and it gets good reviews. It's got like 5 songs on it.
That's a powerhouse. That album.
What am I going to say for a live album? I mean, do I say Kiss Alive? I'm sure something's eluding me. I will tell you that on Kiss Alive, the version of "Come On and Love Me" is so much better than the studio version. I would, if I was making a mixtape, I would never put on.
Well, same thing with Rock and Roll All Night. The live version is
Oh, yeah.
was the hit, not the studio version.
That's true. It's true. I don't know. I'd have to get back. I mean, again, I tell you ones that are not like Live Right Here, Right Now. Not.
Oh no.
Van Halen, Tokyo Dome. Not.
No.
Not definitely not even Bruce. I'm thinking of bands I really like.
Oh, the Bruce. All right. The live from New York, 2000. That's a good one. I mean,
good, but like it's already like past the Bruce prime.
Yeah.
I don't know. U2 doesn't have a good live album, in my opinion.
No, yeah, I agree with that.
Like they never made one when they were in their prime. They had Blood Red Sky, they had Rattle and Hum, which had live stuff, but it was never like U2 live, Joshua Tree Tour. That would have been.
Well, I mean, in reissues, there's
the box
some,
set. Yeah. So I'll have to get back to you on that one because I don't
All
wanna
right.
leave something out. I'm sure I'm leaving something out.
If you're going to be in Queen, do you get a choice of being a front man or a backup? John Rusciello is asking, what is your opinion of the band Cinderella? Interesting. Oh, you go first.
They were good for what they were. He was another guy like Brian Johnson, AC/DC, who had that scratchy-ish voice, and eventually that got on your nerves. But the songs that they had that were hits were, you can always like those songs. I saw them a billion times because they were opening for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
They opened for David Lee Roth. I saw actually a triple bill of mediocre bands. It was Bullet Boys, Winger, and Cinderella.
Oh, boy.
Cinderella and Poison. I mean, all these little combos. And Tesla also opened for everybody.
Sure.
I
Right,
like
that
Tesla.
I remember,
I
yes.
like Tesla a lot.
Yeah, the hairband thing. I couldn't do it.
It was more like, it was also the time of growing up. And I mean, I don't know if you ever grew your hair that long, but I had hair down to here and I wore the boots with the fringes. And my friends were like, they'll disown me if I bought the Bon Jovi fringe jacket. So I had to stop there. I was ready to buy it, but.
The boys in the Spirochetes didn't go for it.
No, this is post
I know, I'm
Spirochetes.
being
This is New York
stupid.
Tech, like 1987, 88.
If David Lee Roth comes out, then I guess we all know what the song Bottoms Up is really about.
Oh, no, it's a drinking song.
I'm no expert, but I don't think Queen had a box set. Deep cut, definitely. John, why did you ask about Cinderella? Just curious. One of my favorite live albums is Songs in the Attic.
Okay. I didn't think about that as an official live album, but yeah.
I
Actually,
guess
that's
it
the
could be.
best version of Miami 2017.
Absolutely. Yep. Best version of a few of the songs on there are the best versions. Wings Over America is one of my favorite
Oh, I
live
forgot
albums,
that.
too. Yep, that's the one
Baby
I
I'm
always do.
Amazed is, yeah.
Yeah, killer. All right. Let's see. Anything I need to talk about before we move on here? Because it is time, ladies and gentlemen, Tuesday trivia.
Don't sound so excited about
it. Tuesday trivia is here. Throw your answers in the comments. Once again, if you're on Facebook, you want to play Tuesday trivia, you want to hear your answers, switch on over to YouTube quick. Because I'm going to ask 10 questions.
Now, why is that? Just so I know.
Why
time
what?
delay?
No, it's just I'm only looking at Facebook. I'm only looking at YouTube.
Understood.
I can't. I mean, I'm doing enough already.
No,
I
yeah,
can't
listen, dude.
be
I would
distracted.
need classes like this to see that.
Yeah, to switch back and forth to look at everybody's answers, I can't do it. So switch over to YouTube. I'm going to ask 10 questions. I don't give the answers. I ask all 10 questions first. You guys answer them. Paul's going to answer them. And then I ask the questions again, go over your answers, and then tell you the correct answer. And it's all for fun. Once the club is open again and stuff, I'll start giving away passes to shows again. But
Why, it's not open?
the main club has been shut down for renovations. The Giggle Room's open.
All right.
But it wasn't.
The bathroom open?
Bathroom's open.
All right, that's good.
The club closing for renovations wasn't exactly a planned thing. They had to do it. So they've been scrambling, trying to,
All right, I wasn't going to go there, but since you
move
went
shows.
there.
Yeah, no, it's kind of known. It was a fire code violation.
All right.
Which they were working on already, but then they hit some snafus.
You know, it'd be interesting to see, Comedy Club, you're always in there, it's pitch black. Interesting to see it, put every light on in the place and see what it really looks like.
It's funny you say that because in the club here at Governor's, they don't even have lights. There really is no difference.
Oh, so
that's pretty. I mean, there are a handful of lights that aren't turned up all the way, but you would turn them up all the way, and it really doesn't make that much of a difference, which really sucks. Because sometimes during the day I'm like, or the worst, sometimes the alarm just trips from us being back here, and I'm like, shit. And the alarm is all the way in the front of the building by the bar, so I got to run through there, and then I'm like, if I don't bring my phone with the flashlight, then I'm walking into chairs.
That would be a fun little bit, to start a show with. You simulate that happening. You have somebody filming you running through the dark, and you're hitting through things, and you fall over something. And
you want to see me get hurt? That's
no. I want you to get ratings. I want people to watch that. the Saturday Night Live, they used to do that. They go in the back and
Yeah,
do whatever
true,
they're doing.
true.
You're heading back there. You knock pictures off the wall. Maybe you find a $20 bill. You come back.
Well, speaking
You're
of pictures,
locked in. You can't get back in.
Well, that's right. That's why I have to cut through the club because I don't have keys to go.
Yeah,
for everything
that would have
way,
been.
so.
I think that's a bit for the future.
Speaking of pictures on the wall, I think we were here for like a year, and they have all the pictures of the comedians on the walls back here. So one day, this was back when there were 3 of us hosting every day. I had a picture of each of us framed, and I just hung them on the wall. I didn't say anything to anybody. Lasted about a week, and they called me one day. Like, can you not put your picture on the wall? I was like, I'm joking around. They're like, don't do that. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to fight with them because I don't want cement boots. But yeah, it's a great club. We love it. And since we're talking about it, there was a video that was posted over the weekend by some supposed comedian who was bad-mouthing Governor's Comedy Club. Right there, pal. And you know who you are. And I don't care if you figure out that I'm talking about you. So take that, son of a bitch bastard. Yeah.
Whatever Tony said.
I was pissed.
Unless I know you. But then even
nah. No big loss. Question number 1, ladies and gentlemen. How many ghosts chase Pac-Man at the start of each game? How many ghosts chase Pac-Man at the start of each game? I think they do increase as the game goes on. But to start off.
I'm saying 4.
All right. What year was the United Nations established, which was the same year that World War II ended? So there's a little clue for you.
I don't know. I'm going to say 1944. I know it was originally called the League of Nations.
That is correct.
That's probably not any extra credit or anything.
Then it was called the Justice League.
Right, and then Black Vulcan was involved. And Gleek.
Gleek. Oh, I forgot about Gleek. Multiple choice question. What is the most common surname in the United States? Is it Smith? Is it Jones? Is it Walker? Is it Esposito?
In Italy, it might be Esposito.
Yeah, right.
And I'll tell you what it means, but I'm going with that old traditional Smith.
Smith. Question number 4. Oh, this is easy. What art form is described as decorative handwriting or handwritten lettering?
Calligraphy.
Question number 5. If Diane was here, she would know this. How many dots appear on a pair of dice? How many dots appear on a pair of dice?
Okay, let me do the math. 22.
22. What is the world's largest retailer?
Well, it's not Sears anymore, if it ever was them. I'm going to say Walmart.
We still have a few minutes. Don't forget today at 1 o'clock, Peter Schwartz and Sports Bash coming at you.
Is he going to bash them out?
Probably. I do know.
The Yankees are playing at 6
today.
Yeah,
6.
6 today, 6 tomorrow, and my brother said maybe 3 o'clock. And because they probably have to have 8 million games, so they have them staggered. But never do I remember 6 o'clock.
Never.
I was picturing like 8:30. I was going to tell James.
Who are they playing against?
The Red Sox.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So so it's not even a West Coast thing.
No.
That's weird. For what movie did Tom Hanks score his first Academy Award nomination? For what movie did Tom Hanks score his first Academy Award nomination? Peter Schwartz does have Pat LaFontaine today on his show.
Pat LaFontaine is going to be honored by the Islanders.
Yep.
Not number retired, but honored. And there's some reason I can't go to this game.
I thought they were retiring. Oh, they're putting him in their Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame, right? They did it with Brent Sutter last year.
Right.
We got like a really cool puck.
And Sutter was on Peter's show last year when they announced it.
There you go.
Yep.
He's got the connections. All right. Anyway,
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. There's only 2 that I would guess.
Okay.
Actually, no. I'm going to change it right now. I'm going to say Streets of Philadelphia.
Ooh.
I was going to go with
as his first nomination.
Yeah, I'm going with that one.
All right.
I don't know.
Question number 8. What is a runner's favorite subject in school? A runner, someone who runs. What's their favorite subject in school?
This is a real thing or a joke?
It's a joke.
All right, so I got to think of something runner related. You know, track would be an obvious thing, even though it's not a subject. What the hell? Runner.
You take
jog.
Your answer is very serious.
Sprint. Well, I'm on, you know. A
What did you say?
forum. Sprint.
Before that.
Jog.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
Pass.
Give me the definition of the word ersatz. E-R-S-A-T-Z. It's an adjective. If you were taking a day off from work,
which I don't do anymore,
when you were working, you would have needed one of these.
Ersatz?
Yes.
I'm going to say it's an... I was going to say excuse, but that's a noun.
True.
I'll still say that. Excuse.
Okay. And the last question, right here. How many people visit Pornhub per year?
Jeez.
How many people visit Pornhub per year?
Let's do 1 million times 365, so 365 million.
All right. You, my friend, you did a pretty good job here today. Yeah, you got several of these correct.
All right, good.
Let me scroll back.
Yeah, let's get the answers from the audience.
That's right. All right, there we go. Hi, Jeff Bosey. How many ghosts chase Pac-Man at the start of each game? You said
4.
So did Jeff Bosey. Vicky said 4. Linda said 4.
Linda's still watching?
I guess so.
Wow.
Fremder said 4. He wrote F-O-R. So you should go back to school. John Ruggiero said 4. You guys are all correct. This might be the first time where everybody that
I think that was
same...
kind of an easy one.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I don't think the number ever changes either, but...
I thought it increased as the levels went up.
I think their speed increased.
Oh, the speed increased. You're right. Yes. What year was the United Nations established? It was the same year that World War II ended. You said?
44.
Vicky said 45. Jeff said 46. From the summer of 69 figures. Rusciello said 45. Linda said 44. I noticed Linda is just copying your answers.
You know, and how many children in the New York City school system are going to have bad speech today because Linda's doing this?
One day won't kill them.
They're going to be stuttering, mispronouncing things.
Yep. Either that or maybe she's using the answers as things for them to say.
Maybe they're answering.
There you go. Oh, and there's Ann. She wrote 4 ghosts. Okay. You got it right too, Ann. I don't know why your comments are coming in later than anybody else's. All right. So John Rusciello and Vicky got it right. It is 45.
Okay.
You were close.
Well, I just knew it wasn't 41.
Well,
and I was trying to say, how much longer did the war go after we got involved?
Let's see. What is the most common surname in the United States? Is it Smith? Is it Jones? Is it Walker? Is it Esposito? You said
Smith.
And once again, Linda has copied your answer. Vicky says Smith. Fremder says yes, sir. All right. John Rusciello says Smith. Jeff Bosey says Smith. And Rothney says Smith. You guys would be correct. You would be correct. So, you're doing very well so far. Right. What art form is described as decorative handwriting or handwritten lettering? All right. So, you guys have a few different answers, and they both might be correct. You said
calligraphy,
as did Linda.
Man, we're like this. We're on the same page.
It's amazing. We should set you guys up. Vicky also said calligraphy. Fremder, stupid art form. It's called writing. Okay. But now Ann Rothney and Bosey, they both say script or cursive. So I guess,
no, cursive or script, I consider like when you're learning it. Calligraphy is like, we all could write in cursive, we all could do script, but we can't all do calligraphy.
Right.
You get a special,
the special
Thomas
pen.
Jefferson ink pen, and you make
That's right.
fancy S's, so I think it's calligraphy.
But the question was, what art form is described as decorative handwriting, which would be calligraphy, But then it says or handwritten lettering.
Oh.
So that I feel could be cursive.
It could be.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. All right, so everybody gets a point. How many dots appear on a pair of dice? You said.
I think it's a 22.
Final answer?
Yeah. Oh, spirits.
Wow, that was weird.
Yeah.
A box just fell out of nowhere. Wow. We're talking a lot about Freddie Mercury, and Fremder's been making fun of Freddie. Maybe it's Freddie. He's pissed off.
Well, you talked about Ghosts from Pac-Man, too, so they could
Oh, there
have
you
come
go.
along.
We're going to get gobbled up. All right, so you said 22. Jeff Bosey also says 22. But then John Rusiello, Vicky. Oh, John Rusiello answered this twice. All right, calm down, John. John, Vicky. Oh, Ann Rothney.
Oh, I added wrong.
You did add wrong. You want to change it?
Hold on, wait.
I will tell you that Linda finally did not.
42.
42 is correct.
Bad adding.
Well, no, you came through before I gave the answer, so you came through. Yeah, because even Linda had it.
Even Linda.
Well, she wasn't agreeing with you, is what I'm saying. So, yeah.
You know, maybe on this cruise there'll be like a couples trivia tournament or something, and we're going to, like, win the prize.
Are you guys bringing kids?
No.
Nice. No. So I hope there's other couples things going on.
Well, that's not that kind of cruise, I don't
Well,
think. But
all cruises should be.
But, you know, it leaves the country, so who knows what could go on. Could
That's
get married at sea.
Sure.
By a person.
Oh, are you trying to tell us something?
No. Maybe, yeah.
No. Okay. How many? I did that one. What is the world's largest retailer? You said
Walmart.
So did Linda. What? I'm not reading that from. I don't get it, but I'm not reading that one either. Jeff Bosey says Kmart. Are you making fun of me? Because I was talking about Kmart. And, yeah, I don't think there are any more Kmarts. John Rusiello and Vicky both said Walmart as well. Oh, Fremder says United States government. That's funny. Yes, that is the correct answer. Walmart.
All right, good. Walmart. You know what Walmart was named after?
I don't.
The owner's name is Sam Walton.
Oh, okay.
So it's Walmart.
Right.
That's why it's called Sam's Club.
Mm-hmm. That I knew. I knew that was both the same company, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know where they got the name from.
You could name yours Walkmart.
Or I could keep it as Walmart.
You could, and then legal proceedings would come your way.
You know, but they have the arches, and we have, what was it? Coming to America? They have the Golden Arches. We have the Golden Arch. Something like that.
Rest in peace, John Amos.
Oh, he was great and everything.
Awesome.
What movie did Tom Hanks score his first Academy Award nomination? You said?
I said Streets of Philadelphia, but I know I'm wrong. Because I could only think of 3 movies that I thought were worthy, but I'm sure.
What were the other ones in your head?
I was thinking Gump, and I was thinking Castaway.
Oh, okay. I would agree with those, but I would add more, including this one, that everybody got right except for you.
All right.
Bosey, Linda, Vicky.
I'm sure it's obvious, too.
John Rusiello, Ann. Yeah, they all got it. Big.
Oh, see, no, I wouldn't have thought that.
Great.
I forgot all about it, but
Big and Splash. That movie, I don't know. Those 2 movies just seem to have been forgotten about. Those movies
in
are
the
fantastic.
beginning, I could be wrong, but he was more like the Bosom Buddies character.
Yes.
What was the other movie? Bachelor Party, whatever. Then he got serious, and he became this world-renowned series.
Yes. Oh, Forrest Gump put him over the edge.
Right.
Well, yeah. Actually, Philadelphia came first, right? I think.
I don't know. That's why I was going to go Gump right away. And like, wait, was Philadelphia's dramatic? Maybe he got it for that. But yeah, I guess Big. I mean,
I remember I went to see Forrest Gump opening weekend in the theater. The place was mobbed, and I just everybody in the theater was walking out like that might be the best movie I've ever seen.
Me and my friends, I think, and you don't do it anymore because you don't go to movies with your friends. But I think if we liked an actor,
yeah,
like Hanks, and I'll say John Cusack, even though people get mad at that. Probably.
I love John Cusack.
You would go to whatever they came out with next, the same way you bought the new album by whatever the band was, right?
Sure.
And once in a while they'd throw you a curveball like Gump.
Right.
But Cusack, I just saw him. He was in Patchwork Theater. They showed Say Anything, and at the end he came out and did.
They finally got him.
Yeah.
Because he canceled on them like 3 or 4 times.
All right.
John Glenn was pissed.
In Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't know that he had made some controversial comments.
He's a very political.
And there was and there was protesting outside. And
really?
People were there. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, a little heavy.
Yeah, he speaks out quite often. Yeah. which sometimes I wonder if that's why we don't really see him on the big screen that much anymore.
But you know he's got well, can I say shitload?
You can.
He's got a shitload of movies that you never heard of, or at least I never heard of. Like, from the last movie I remember him being in that I saw was like a horror thriller movie. I forgot what it was called. No, I'm not going to think of it.
Yeah, I don't even know.
After that, like 15 movies. Like, when were these movies around?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I couldn't tell you the last thing I even saw him in.
But, I mean, I love Say Anything. We loved, of course, Better Off Dead. Van Halen references.
Yeah. Grosse Pointe Blank.
Yes.
What a great movie.
That one. High Fidelity.
High Fidelity is fantastic.
And then, was it Grifters?
Oh, True Grifters? Maybe it is just Grifters. I forgot
him
about
and
that movie. I got to watch that.
Angelica Houston, I think, was in that. I don't know.
Okay,
But,
yeah,
but he had a bunch in a row. And then he kind of had... Oh, Serendipity was like the last one I really... And that horror one, whatever that was.
Runaway Jury was one of the last ones. Him and Gene Hackman.
Okay.
That was pretty good. A little far-fetched, but it was good. And then what was that one that was on HBO? It was like a Western. The Jack Bull. Remember that one?
No.
Oh, okay. That was good. I think John Goodman might have been in that too, maybe. All right. How the hell did we get there? Oh, because we were talking about Tom Hanks and Big. Big and Splash. Splash, I think, is so hilarious. John Candy, Eugene Levy. I mean, they're so fun. And what's her name looked fantastic in that movie. Daryl Hannah.
Maybe we should make another one called Big Splash.
Not a bad idea.
Did you see the new Spinal Tap?
No, I haven't. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm hearing.
Like the last 20 minutes, maybe. It made me like
Really,
depressed.
that's it?
It really made me depressed because they're all old. We're old, but they're older. They look old, and the whole premise of the movie is like they're getting back together, and they hadn't been talking, and it's just like sad.
You missed the boat on a
Like 30
sequel.
years ago.
I think it's more. I think it wasn't like 80, 81, that movie.
The original is classic. I did a whole thing in my classroom based on that. Nigel character.
Same thing with the Blues Brothers. When they put out that second one,
oh yeah,
like what are you doing?
Yeah.
That first one is iconic, and then that second one was just a load of shit.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah. Okay, where are we? What's a runner's favorite subject in school?
I couldn't.
Bosie says gym.
Got to be some sort of.
From the random thought, Zoltar can predict anything but the fact that he was going to be trapped in a box for the rest of his life. All right, so Bosie said a gym. Vicky says a gym. Fremder says gym. Linda says speed dating. Peter Schwartz is watching. He says science. We're going to see Peter in a half hour. Yeah, I got to get this show over with because Peter's coming on at 1 o'clock with Pat LaFontaine. Okay. A runner's favorite subject in school? Geography.
And that's why you stopped me when I said jog.
That is correct. I was hoping you'd pick up on it.
Nah, that was even worse than I was expecting.
Yeah,
I
totally. That was awful. Sorry.
Yeah,
all right. Definition of the word ersatz. You said
excuse.
Right, and it's an excuse. Linda said nap. What? Fremda says Neil ties de grace. What? All right. Rusiello says to replace. And that's all the answers on that. All right. I said something you need when you take a day off at work, because an ersatz is serving as a substitute.
Oh.
There you go.
That's more of a verb, though, than an adjective.
Yeah, I was actually thinking that, too, but I guess it is. I guess you could use it as an adjective. It's like a label.
Well, if you said like the ersatz instructor, then it means the substitute instructor, then it is an adjective.
Right. Okay. Yeah, exactly. So, but it could be a noun or a verb, or it could be all these. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know how many words can you say could be all those.
Fuck could be.
Yeah, true. Best word in the world. All right, last question, then we got to get out of here because we got Peter at 1 o'clock. How many people visit Pornhub per year? You said
365 million.
Bosie said 3 million. Vicky said feeling. Oh, maybe that's to the last question. Linda says 99%. Nice. I like the way Linda thinks. Vicky says 50 million. Fremder, of course, said 69. I used to practice cursive when I was in school. Crazy. We wound up in the principal's office more times than not. What?
Cursive.
My marriage at sea ended recently because the efficient had 2 eye patches. Oh, my goodness. Philadelphia came out in 93. Forrest Gump came out in 94. Thank you, Vicky.
Wow.
I didn't have time to finish watching Forrest Gump because I had to run. Okay, and then Ann saying goodbye to everybody. The new Spinal Tap movie, the amps go to 12. Right. Okay. The amount of people that visit Pornhub per year, 23 billion.
Wow. All right, wait, so let's figure that out.
I got it.
Oh, per
That's
day?
729 people per second. Per second. Or 64 million a day.
Wow.
A day.
That's more than Juan Soto makes.
1 out of every 3 people who visit Pornhub are women.
Wow. And
Well
one out of
done,
every 3
everybody.
is gender whatever.
What? Gender reveal?
Maybe no, the whatever.
Gender what?
Identify as the cat in the litter box. I don't know.
Cat porn. That's a whole different topic. All right. Time to go. Peter's on in a half hour. And then tonight at 7, we got Chris Roach. Tonight at 9, Hershey and the Keegs. Now, Hershey and the Keegs, I don't know. I was supposed to have this guest. He stood me up. Hopefully he shows up tonight for Hershey and the Keegs. Tom Arnold is supposedly on Zoom with Hershey and the Keegs. He is playing.
Maybe they paid him more.
Could be. I wouldn't be surprised. He's playing. Tom Arnold's playing the Brokerage. I think it's next week.
Wow.
So yeah, they're promoting that. So yeah, so that's the lineup for today. Coffee with the Dog tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. And then me and Michael will be on tomorrow at 11. And then around noon, we're Zooming with 2 comedians, Joe Pacino and Alec Quinn. They're going to Zoom in with us. They're doing the big show with us this Saturday in the Giga Room. Yeah, Joe Pacino, Alec Quinn, Andrew Fremder, Ali Cam, Danny Keene.
Wait, is there a picture of Fremder on there?
That's Fremder right there.
Let's see oh, he's a good-looking dude.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Oh, not what I pictured.
But Greg and Rob have they've backed out, so they will not be here. I believe we do have another comedian taking their place. I don't know who. If you're looking at the flyer, it says 7:30. It is a time change. It's now 9 o'clock. So it's a 9 o'clock showtime. And George Washington will be joining us, too. President George Washington, who is also going to be making his stand-up debut. So it's a lot of firsts, a lot of history-making. The first president, I think, to do stand-up. So George Washington will be here, too, for that show.
Didn't Biden do stand-up?
Did he?
Most of the time when he was standing up.
I knew you were going to say that.
I think so. But on that one, like if you slip up, you might say Ali Pacino. So you better not mix those people up. Or Alec Pacino. Oh, Buccino.
Mike Buccino, yeah.
Joe Buccino.
Sorry, it's Mike Buccetti who's headlining.
So it's Buccetti, Buccino. It's like a law firm.
Pretty much.
All right.
Yeah, I'm getting confused just talking about it.
Dude, quite a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you, pal. Good to see you.
Made my day.
Oh, good. Oh, I'm happy. And then you're going on vacation tomorrow. Have a great time, and I hope...
F you, Humberto.
Yeah. And Linda, have a great time. I hope you guys have lots of naked activity.
Thank you.
With that...
We're going to go to school board meeting beforehand.
Oh. Good. You got me. I didn't get that at first. All right. We're out of here. Peter's coming up in a half hour, so we'll see you there. Everybody have a great day, and yeah, see ya. Thanks.
Dave's better than Sammy.